everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, then hello, my name is Sian, and if you are returning, then welcome back. So before I get into this video, I just want to say a huge thank you to every single one of you who has given me love and support on my first FLOSSTUBE video. I'm really overwhelmed with the love that you've given me, so thank you so much if you have liked my video, commented, subscribed, or even just watched. Thank you so much. Before I show you my work, I just wanted to give you a little update on my life. So it's only been a week, so not really much has changed. The house is still becoming a storage unit, I would probably call it. So more boxes are being filled. We are getting closer to moving, so we're just waiting on our home buyer survey support report to come back to us. So once that's all ready to go, we should be kind of in the last stages of signing for our house. So if you didn't watch my first video, me and my husband are moving house end of November, currently planned, back to Wales where we're originally from. So our house is currently upside down with boxes and everything like that, so it's only going to get worse. So next week we are having all of our stuff come back from storage. So before we sold the house, we decided to put a lot of our stuff into storage because we don't have anywhere to really store anything. Our rabbits are in our garage, so they have full run of our garage, which is amazing for them, but it just means we don't have that much storage. So we decided to try and empty the cupboards, so that when people came and seen the house, they'd open the cupboards and they would be a little bit emptier than what they were. So we've pretty much filled 3/4 full of a storage unit. I can't remember what the size is. So we've decided to bring all that back, so that when we move, we can it's just going to be one move. I think that'll be less stressful. So we have a sofa coming back, which will be fine. We do have the room for that, but we do also have a double bed coming back, which we don't have the room for. We currently live in a 2-bedroom house, and so one of our rooms is our bedroom and the other room is now our office. So me and my husband work from home, and luckily we are fortunate to be working from home with the pandemic going on, but it just means that we won't have any room for that, so I have no clue where that's going. So that's going to be very interesting, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it won't be for too much longer. Now I know you guys in Wales are in lockdown, so I hope you're doing okay and stitching is providing you with a bit of an escape. So hopefully we'll still be able to move end of November if it's safe to do so. That is still the plan. I've not heard anything different, so we'll just see what happens. As long as it's safe to move, I think we'll be okay. It's just tough at the moment. I know everybody is going through it, so hopefully we'll get through this all together and stitching will provide us with an escape, because that is what stitching does for me. So that is my little life update. I don't think there's really anything other than that. So like I mentioned, I'm working from home, so I have like an office style job, but I'm luckily able to do my work from home. So I've been working from home since the beginning of March, so the beginning of lockdown. I haven't been back into the office since. So I don't think really that's going to change for the rest of the year, but we'll see what happens. So this week, it's only been a week since I last spoken to you, but I wanted to do this video because I managed to get the 2 fully finished projects out of the box that I mentioned, and I just know that the house is just going to fill more and more with boxes, and it's going to be harder for me to get to them. So I thought I would just sit down and do a video for you, and I'll show you them pieces after my WIPs. So I've worked on 2 this week. So I've worked on the lovely Mum from Bothy Threads Wrendale designs. So I am trying to focus a little bit more on this one because I would really like to get her finished. It's taken me a little bit longer than it probably should, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'd like to get her finished if I can. So here she is. So I did a little bit more here, and I did a little bit more here. So she's coming on nicely. I do tend to find that I like to cross stitch on her when it's better lighting, because there are some colours that are quite close. Although the Bothy Threads kits don't tend to have loads of colours, some of them can be quite close in terms of colours. So I do quite like to stitch on her when in daylight, really. I do prefer to stitch in the daylight than at night time, but it's really difficult now, especially now that the clocks have gone back here in the UK. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to just stitch on her when I can. If anyone's got any suggestions on any good daylight lamps, please leave any comments below, because I am looking for one. I've heard quite a lot about the neck ones. They're supposed to be really good, so I am looking into them, and potentially may ask Santa to get me one, so we'll see. But yeah, if you've got any suggestions, then please let me know. Before I move on from this piece, Jen asked me on my last video about the frame, and so I just wanted to mention it. So it is a rotating wooden frame, and it's a 14" by 12, which it's a little bit small for this piece, but it doesn't really make that much difference. I also use Q-snaps as well. I think I prefer the Q-snaps for the smaller projects, so this would be one. But these frames work really well with my Lowry stand because of the square kind of shape of the frame. So I do find these sit really well in the Lowry stand. So this was actually given to me by my nan. And the thing that's quite good about this is the rolling of the, I'll show you this side. So you have like a piece like this that came with it, and I actually don't know how that's on there. I'm guessing it came like that. I don't actually know, because like I said, my nan gave it to me when I was really young, and so you just sew your piece onto this material, and then you're able to roll it. It's very squeaky, I'm really sorry. So yeah, they're really good for bigger pieces, and it doesn't really, I don't think it causes any like lines, or if they are, they're quite faint on the material. So yeah, that is my my frame for this piece, and also my needle minder, which says "Love you so much." And my husband got me this for Christmas a couple of years ago, and I think he got it from Amazon. I think, I will check. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen, but yeah. And it's actually my only needle minder. That's the only one I've got, so I would like to get some more, so I am keeping my eye out for ones that I really like, and then maybe ask Santa to get them. We'll see. Okay, so that one done. So, oh, and it's also 14 count Ada, and I think Bothy threads use anchor threads. I could be wrong. I'm sure they use anchor threads. Yeah, okay. I also wanted to mention that Britsu Lamfer said that they find Bothy thread kits like a comfort stitching, and I completely agree. I find it really comforting to stitch on my Bothy threads cross stitching sets. I absolutely love Wrendale designs, and my house is kind of turning into everything being Wrendale designs. I absolutely love it. Before I knew that they did cross stitching sets, I bought a picture which sits in my kitchen, and then I came across that they did the cross stitching sets, and I just wanted to do every single one of them. So I just love their designs. I just think they're really cute, and I don't know, I just feel, because my house has quite a lot of Wrendale stuff inside it, it feels quite homely. So I completely understand what you mean when you say it's like a comforting stitching. So thank you very much for your comment on that. So next one is Hello Dear. So I'll put a picture on it up first, on where I last was. Now on this one I was close to finishing part 2. So the Hello Dear is a Sal by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It came out in September, I think it was, and tomorrow, which is going to be Monday, I'm filming this on Sunday, tomorrow is going to be part 3. So I was close to finishing part 2, but I had forgotten to order one of the threads, which was $6.99. And so that arrived this week. So I have finally finished part 2, sorry. So here it is. So this is the colour, which is 699, so I was missing these colours here and these colours here, so they're all complete. There was some greenery in here that I needed to finish, and all of this didn't have any greenery. Now, I actually spent 4 sessions on this. Now when I say sessions, I mean it could be an hour, it could be half an hour, it could be a day. I noticed that I'd used some colours incorrectly in the pattern, and it was this colour here and these colours here. Now they were very close, but I decided to unpick them and put the correct colours in, because I did think that they would look better, even though they were really close colours. I just wanted it to be right, and I had the time to do it. It's not like I was behind or anything on the cells, so I decided to unpick them and put them back in. So I did spend a little bit more time on this than I probably should have needed to if I'd just done it right. So because of that, this is how I have my colours. So I just have a little tag here with Hello Dear on it. And before I just had them in floss bags and that was it, but then I've put little cards in them, and I plan to put the little symbol on the bag so that it's really, really clear. So yeah, that's what I plan to do. So these are the beautiful colours that you get in the pattern, and this is how I store my flosses. So I have 2 very fluffy cats, so I try to keep my threads as protected as possible. So I do keep them in floss away bags, which I really like, and I just keep them on, you know, I don't bobinate them. I used to bobinate, but I don't like the kinks that you get in when you bobinate, so I decided to move to floss bags, and so this is what I'm now doing. I'm hoping to get something better than the little tag. This is just something that I found. So when I move house and all my craft stuff's back out and things like that, I'll make something a little bit better, but it does the job, so that's the main thing. So yeah, so the next part, which is part 3, is coming out on Monday. So that's what I'm going to be doing over the next 2 weeks, and hopefully I'll get it done ahead of part 4 coming out. But I'm really, really enjoying this one, and I think the reason why I really enjoy this one is because I think with a stitch along, because you don't see all of the pattern, I think sometimes it can be quite overwhelming when you get a pattern and you know you can see all of it, and sometimes you don't really see that you're making progress, even though you're always making progress. For every stitch you put in, you're making progress. But I think because it's broken down into sections, you have that finished feel. So even though this isn't actually finished, because I've finished part 1 and 2, I feel like I've achieved something. So that's what I'm really enjoying about this. And also, you don't always get hours and hours and hours to sit and stitch. Sometimes I only get 50 minutes, sometimes I only get half an hour or something like that. And I tend to just pick something. So I may say, okay, I'll finish this bit tonight, and then I'll move on to this bit. And so I like that I'm able to do little bits here and there and complete that section. So that's what I'm really, really enjoying about this one. So yeah, absolutely love it. So that is that one. So then I didn't show you a WIP that I had in my bag, and it was because I actually wasn't sure whether I was going to carry on with it, but I've decided that I am going to carry on with it. And this one is the Peppermint Purple Cell, A Year of Blackwork. So this started a year ago, and every week they release a new part of the cell. But I actually started this in August, so I started it in 8 months later than when I should have started it. But I really loved it, and I just really wanted to get started with it. So I decided to do it a little bit different. So lots of people have done different colours, so I decided to go for a black theme. But I've been struggling with it, so this is what it is. So every square that you can see is a week. So this will have been week 1 of 2020, week 2, and I absolutely love it, but I am struggling with it. And I think it's because I'm so behind. I don't get that feeling of togetherness with it, I suppose, which I'm getting with my Hello Dear. I really like stitch longs, but I think because I'm so far behind, I'm struggling to pick it back up, even though I love it so much. So I didn't show it last time because I wasn't sure whether I was going to carry on with it, but I am going to carry on with it because I think I'm just going to do it when I can and when I feel like it. I really like Blackwork. Yeah, Blackwork. It's pretty much like back stitching. It's not cross stitches. I really like it. It's very different, and I think once it's complete, it's going to look amazing. It's very big, it's very long, it's 52 squares, so if you can imagine, there are 5 squares on each line, or sometimes they are split. So I suppose if we split them into the little ones, it's 6, whereas this one's got the 2 big ones on the little one, and then if you go to the next one, it's got the 4 little ones and the big one. So I think I'm just going to do it when I feel like it and just try and finish it. I was going to complete this line and then frame it as it is, so I potentially could do that if I don't want to do the 52 weeks, as I think it would be lovely even if I did that, 4 lines of the beautiful work that the designers made. If you don't know anything about Peppermint Purple, definitely go and check them out. They have some beautiful pieces. There are some pieces that are on my list that I potentially may be doing when I plan for 2021. So yeah, definitely go and check them out. I'll link in the description the website. It's beautiful work that the designers do over on there, so definitely go and check them out. Okay, so they are my WIPs. So I do have a new start, and if you know me personally, please click off this video because it is actually a present for someone who I know personally. So if you do, please click off because I don't want your gift to be ruined. So hopefully everyone who knows me personally has disappeared now. So I am doing a gift for one of my really good friends who is moving house, and it's a new built house, and her partner are going to be moving in. So it's a real nice chapter for them, especially with the year that we've had. It's really been a tough year, so it was nice for her to finally get some really good news. And she's actually going to be moving in a very similar time to me, which is really exciting. So the pattern is from the Ultimate Cross Stitch card. This is basically a magazine. It's very thick, and I don't know how often they come out. I think I've got 2 of these, and it's just full of quite small designs, as you can see. Quite small designs, and they're perfect for cards or little coasters or something like that. And so the one that I'm going to be doing for her is this one here. So it's a key which says Happy New Home. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be doing the same wording, but it's by the designer Maria Diaz. And I actually started this yesterday, and I did a little bit this morning on it. So this is where I'm at. So I'm currently doing this on 18 count Ada, and I did do the key in the called for DMC colours, but the rest I'm doing in my own colours. So I only need to do the tag left, only the tags left to do, and then I need to decide on what I'm going to do with the writing inside it. I don't know whether to do what it says on the pattern or whether to put the date that they get the key. Let me know what you think, because I'm really not sure what to do, whether it'd look nicer with the date that they get the key because the key is in the pattern, or what. I'm really enjoying this one. This is the first time I've used 18 count Ada. I'm normally 14 count or 16 count. That's all I've ever worked on. And so I decided, because of the detailing of the key, I really wanted it to be more of a full coverage, and I can see why people do 18 count, or, you know, like a smaller count, or I suppose in Ada it's a bigger count. It's always a bigger count, isn't it? Yeah, so I can see why people use like 32 count even weave and 36, 40, and same with Ada. It is a little bit harder on the eye. I did find yesterday that I was getting quite tired because the holes are so small. So I do think 14 count and 16 count is a lot easier to work on, but the coverage of this piece, I can see why people go for that kind of count, and I'm really happy that I did. So I'm a bit unsure how I'm going to finish this one. It did start off as a card, then I moved to a coaster, and then I moved to a frame. So what's your thoughts? So I have these coasters, which are great, absolutely love them. So they're quite an easy thing to do. You take the back off, you put the piece into it. So it would be like that, which I think is actually perfect size. So that was my kind of second thing that I was going to do. But I also have a frame, which I found when we were packing. So I also think that potentially could go in there, but I don't know whether there's going to be too much white. So I'm not really sure. What would you do? The only other thing is I've never framed anything before, and I also don't have any, you know, mount acid free stuff, whatever you call it. But it could be a challenge. It could be something that I do. I don't know what to do. What would you do? Would you put it in this, or would you put it in one of these? You know you're safe with this, but you're not too sure about this one, but it could be a good idea and it could turn out perfect. So I don't know. I think it depends on how big this is going to be. I'm not really sure how far this comes out, this tag, and I don't know how much material is going to be left on show with this being in, you know, because it is quite a big frame. I could get a smaller frame. That's the other option. But yeah, let me know what you think. I'm hoping to finish that this week. I've only got a little bit left, but if I put the date in, then I won't be able to finish it because I obviously don't know when she's going to get the keys. So yeah, not sure yet. We'll see what happens with that one. Okay, so that's what I've been working on this week. So now I'm going to move on to my fully finished objects, which I mentioned in my previous floss tube. So the first one is Bothy Threads Sweet Treat by Wrendale Designs. I did get this professionally framed, and I started it in 2018. I'm not 100% sure when. And I finished it in June 2019, and I got it framed at the end of December, but I've just never put it up anywhere. So this is it. Try and not get the glare in. So this is my piece. I really enjoyed this one. I absolutely love birds. So I just thought this was the cutest design. And I was really unsure how to frame this one, and I decided to just go with a bit of a different style than what I probably would originally thought I would have gone with. So I decided to go for the blue to kind of bring out and draw out the colours that are in the birds. And I went for this colour because I felt like it matched the colours here in the twig that they're on. So yeah, absolutely loved this one. It's so cute. This little guy on here just hanging on, poor thing. So it didn't take me too long, this one. Well, I suppose it did, seeing as I finished it in June 2019. But in terms of stitching time, it didn't take me too long. It took me quite a long time to actually pick it up and actually finish it. But in terms of stitching it, it didn't take too long. And what I love about the Bothy threads is the speckled finish that they have on their Ada. It's part of the design, and I think it's super cute. So I'm looking forward to putting this one up in the new house. I don't know where it's going to go yet, but we'll figure that out when we get there. And then the next one is the Bothy threads. I'm actually not sure what this one's called. I'll put it down in the description below what this one's called. So I got this one for Christmas and it didn't take me long at all. This one took me a couple of months, and I got it framed the same time as the Sweet Treats one. So this is it. Super cute, absolutely love it. Now obviously I've got rabbits, so this is one of the reasons why it was bought for me as a gift for Christmas. And with this one I decided to have it quite plain, and I went for this colour around the border to bring out, you know, to kind of complement the colours in the rabbit. I think it's called Bath Time. Yeah, I think it's called Bath Time. And then I just went for a plain black frame, and I was really happy when I saw this one. I just thought I was really happy with the colours, because it's really strange when you go to a framer's, you can see what it's going to look like, but you don't have the final fully pictured framed piece in your mind until you see it. So yeah, super cute. And again, I don't know where this one's going to go, but I'm definitely going to find a house for it in the next house. Yeah, so they were the two finished pieces that I had. Okay, so then with regards to haul, I don't have too much, but I have bought a new design, and that is the Caterpillar cross stitch Hello Pumpkin. So I'm doing the Hello Deer at the moment, and I did mention that I'm hopefully going to be doing all of the seasons. I know Hello Sunshine's coming out in 2021, so I have bought the Hello Pumpkin, which I'll put a picture up here so you can see what that is. And I'm going to be starting that, I think, this week, because I really just want to get started with it, especially with it being a seasonal thing. I thought if I don't start it now, I'm probably not going to start it till next year. So I think I'm going to make a start on it and see how much I get done. And so I bought the threads from Lakeside Needlecraft, but there were 2 missing, and the red has been taken out of this as well for the gift that I'm making. There were 2 that they were missing, and a few other places that I was looking also were missing the colours. So there is 2 colours that I'm missing. But what I'm quite excited about is I decided to venture out of Ada, and I bought some 28 count even weave, which I am so excited to be starting. I have no idea whether it's going to be something I love or hate, but I thought I'm going to go for it because I really like the finish of even weave, and I can see why a lot of people use it. I never knew anything about even weave until I started watching FLOSSTUBE, so thank you everybody for kind of bringing this to me into my life. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I've got quite a big piece. It's bigger than is needed for Hello Pumpkin. So I may cut it in half, because I only need really half of it, and save the other half for the next one or the next piece. So yeah, we'll see. I'll let you know how I get on. It's a very different feel from Ada. I do like the toughness of Ada, whereas this is quite soft. So it's going to be interesting how I get on with this. But I thought I'd give it a go, and I went for 28 count because that's what a lot of people were saying you should use when you are new to even weave. And I also got the 18 count Ada from Lakeside Needlecrafts as well. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So I might be starting that this afternoon. So yeah, I'm quite excited to see how I get on with that one. So that's all of my haul really. And then really to finish, I just wanted to do a few shout outs. So I've been watching a few new floss tubers who have a very similar style to me, or doing pieces that I'm also doing. So I just wanted to do a quick shout out to them. So the first one is Beth Chadwick, who is also from the UK. So she has uploaded 3 floss tubes so far, and I'm really enjoying her floss tube. We have very similar styles in our project. So she's doing a Bothy threads afternoon nap, which is super cute. So she also likes Bothy threads, and she also mentioned that she's going to be doing the Hello Dear. So she's got the kit. She hadn't started it in her floss tube, her last floss tube. So Beth, if you're watching, I'm looking forward to seeing your progress on that. The next person is also from the UK, and that is Lizzie Fisher. So she is up to her 6th floss tube, and I'm really enjoying her floss tube. So she also likes the caterpillar cross stitch designs. So she's done a beautiful sal which ran, called the Bloom and Grow, which is actually on my list to start. So I'll put a picture up on here so you can see which one it is, and she's finished it and it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm really enjoying her pieces and her floss tube as well, so go and check her out. And the last one is Mary Ashcraft. So she is from California, and she is also doing the Hello Dear. So this Hello Dear is very popular, which I'm not surprised. So I really enjoy her floss tube as well. She's very chatty, and she has some lovely pieces as well. So definitely go and check them out, go and give them support. And yeah, so that's it. That's all my shout outs. And that's pretty much it for this video. So I think in the next month, it's going to be a little bit difficult depending on when I move house. And over the next couple of weeks, the house is just going to be even more upside down. So like I said in my first floss tube, I think my cross stitching is going to be the last thing that I box away. But I think I'm going to carry on with my Hello Dear. Obviously that's every 2 weeks, and I want to keep on top of the sal because that's when I enjoy it the most, when I'm kind of kept up to date with it. I'd like to finish my my friend's gift as well, so there's not that much on that, but obviously if I decide to go for the dates, I'm not going to be able to finish it completely, but I'd like to get the tag done, so there's not too much on that to be done, so I should have that finished. And also want to start the Hello Pumpkin. We've only got probably a couple of weeks left of autumn, and then we'll kind of venture into the winter months, so I'd really like to get a start on that if I can. And I also have another birthday that I need to design or do a pattern for. So my dad is actually 60 this year, so I need to do something for him as well, which I haven't picked yet, and I really need to get on with that because his birthday is in December. So that's going to be another thing that I work on. But yeah, I think that's it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.